And we're now live. Haven't done one of these on Instagram for a little while, but it's something that I'm going to be adding in weekly, I think, because there's so many topics that I want to talk about, and I think it's time to get back on the Instagram lives and Facebook lives. And today I want to talk about a question that I get in my inbox every single day, my emails every single day, people reaching out to me, and I get, no matter how much content I put out, no matter how many times I say this, I continue to get messages through from people saying, Ryan, can you heal from X? Or Ryan, have you ever dealt with this? And the answer is always yes. And so today I just want to put this out there to reassure people. Anyone who's watched my content, anyone who's seen the endless testimonials that we have of healing people from all manner of illnesses and issues and advanced diseases and chronic illnesses, just want to reassure you, whatever your illness is, you can heal. You just have to come at it from a different perspective. And we always, as I say, your illness isn't unique. Your illness isn't unique. Your situation is unique to you. Obviously, you're going through it, and if you go and listen to medical literature, they've got all these different names for these different illnesses. But the truth is, there are no different illnesses. There are just different symptoms. And the reason you have different symptoms is because that's where your genetic weakness gets exposed. We may have heard me say before, your genes load the gun, but your lifestyle is what pulls the trigger. And the equation we like to use is it's your genetic predisposition to disease plus modern lifestyle equals chronic illness or advanced disease. But the good news is when you start living life healthily, you cut those negative genes off at the knees and you never express those genes. So the reason why you may get cancer, or someone else may get arthritis, or someone else gets Alzheimer's, someone else gets MS, whatever it may be, Crohn's, diabetes, that is your genetic weakness which has been exposed by your modern lifestyle. Body being toxic, inflamed, deficient, internally imbalanced, etc., which we'll get into. And this is the reason that we've been able to help over 7,500 people overcome all manner of different illnesses, is because we treat the person, we don't treat the disease. This is the key. If you want to get to the root cause of any illness, you have to treat the person, not the disease. It's really, really important. And things that create health will always create health. The things that create disease or the body in a state of dis-ease are the same. And that's why I always say, fighting disease and creating health are very different. Fighting disease with cut, burn, poison, medicate, nuking the body with things like chemotherapy. That's why people get there's such a high return rate of cancers, because you're giving the body things that actually causes illness, causes cancer. Medications are highly toxic. You might have seen my post yesterday saying, cocaine and heroin kill far less than the prescription medication. That's even the right drug given for the right illness. And so when you're coming at it from a different point of view, which is looking to create health, creating a healthy body, because we know that a healthy body can't have disease, is very, very different. So it doesn't matter what illness you've got. When you start to create a healthy body, it will disappear. And it doesn't matter if you've got multiple issues. I've seen it thousands of times. People come to me with different issues. Maybe they've got inflammation, and they've got gut issues, and they've also got joint pain, or whatever it is. And all these things added up. They can't sleep. Once you start to create a healthy body, all these issues start to resolve themselves, because you can't have health and illness in the same body. It just doesn't work that way. Health and illness are like oil and water. They don't mix. And so once you address the root cause of the problem, then the issue disappears. And it's like cancer. I always talk about it. You're not sick because you're not sick because you have cancer. You have cancer because you're sick. And it's the same as everything. Once you get to the root cause of the illness, it will disappear. Cancer is not a death sentence. It's the body crying out for help. Same as Every illness, it's your body telling you something's not right, and it wants you to start living a different way. The body's natural state is health. Its default setting is health. It's just the things that we do to it, or things that we're exposed to, that causes these issues. And so, things that cause illness, off the top of my head, toxins, having a toxic body, things we're exposed to every day. We're in a world, unfortunately, where there's over 100,000 industrial toxins in the air. We're exposed to lots of plastic, chemicals, heavy metals, parasites, volatile organic compounds, petroleum, being hit up with radiation and Wi-Fi. There's parasites, and then you've got all sorts of stress from relationships, from work, from financial, etc. Sedentary lifestyles. You add all these things up, and no wonder everyone, lots of people are ill, chronically ill. It seems like everyone's overweight, everyone's chronically ill and inflamed, because they're living a lifestyle that's not conducive to Mother Nature, and it sets out the boundaries. If you keep on doing that, yes, you might get away with it for a little while, and it's why people say, "Well, my friend does this and he's okay. He smoked 20 years and he hasn't got cancer. Good, but next year he might." And everyone's constitution is different, and we've all got a certain toxic threshold, and it's like blowing up a balloon. If you keep on blowing it up, one day it will eventually burst. And when it bursts, that's when you have issues. Mine was my skin and my back. My skin and my gut. I had keloids growing, acne, severe acne, over my chest, back, face, behind my ears, groins. And I had crippling gut issues from the medication they gave me. And once I started to detoxify my body, change my internal environment, once I started to remove all the chemicals that I was exposed to, drink clean water, get the right movement, start building up my body's life force, chi, and I started to manage my stress. One of the biggest things was changing my identity around how I saw myself. Once I started to see myself as a healthy, happy, whole person, that's everything I did was navigated towards that. It's one of the biggest things, I always say those people that think they can't heal likely never will. And also, unless you change your identity to someone who's happy, healthy, whole, vital, you're never going to live that way. So any results you get will only be short term. So everything you do needs to be setting your body into a state of ease rather than being in a state of dis-ease. And look, today's modern lifestyle, everyone's exposed to, the way people are living, it's completely out of balance with Mother Nature. You see, only animals that get sick, you see animals in the wild, the only ones that are sick are the ones that are in human captivity. All the rest of them, they don't have. You don't see an alligator with gut issues or a crocodile with skin issues, or Alzheimer's. These are because they're living in accordance to Mother Nature. And once you start to do that, your body will heal. It doesn't matter what you've got. It doesn't matter how long you've had it. I've had people come to me who've had gut issues for 20 years, and we've sorted them out in 5 days because we removed all the things that cause the issues and start giving the body what it wants and needs to heal. It's the same with breast cancer, brain tumors, whatever it is. We're not saying like we've got the cure for cancer. No, the body heals itself. You just get out of the body's way. And when you start to do that, you start to create health, it's a game changer. So it doesn't matter what it is, it doesn't matter what you've got, the basic principles all remain the same. There might be a few different nuances, like subtle differences when it comes to healing the gut that you wouldn't do with people. If people got severe gut issues that you wouldn't do otherwise, as in terms of giving the gut a rest and really stripping things back. But the principles remain the same, taking out refined, processed, highly inflammatory foods, eating real organic whole foods, chewing your food, giving your body time to rest and recover, making sure that you're getting the right amount of movement, going for walks, spending time in nature, getting the sunlight, removing your exposure to toxins. So many toxins today come from the home environment, what people are cleaning their house with, what people are putting on their skin to moisturize their body, to make them smell good with fragrances. Chemical potions and lotions for shampoos and hair dyes and hairsprays. Then you're looking at what people have got in their house in terms of volatile organic compounds, Wi-Fi, etc. Once you remove yourself from that, and even turn the Wi-Fi off at night, means you're 8 hours without it. Huge difference. And so when you start to do these things, you start to give your body the right circumstances to heal. It will respond. Some people's bodies respond very, very quickly in days. Other people's bodies take a bit longer because they've got a weakened constitution and they're so toxic that their detoxification pathways take longer to open and to purge. And this is why we're talking about. I'm going to do another video on this as well. But this is why today as well, detoxification is actually more important than nutrition in terms of we're exposed to so many chemicals, so many solvents, heavy metals, etc., that we need to really detoxify the body every day. And that's why I recommend doing a deep detoxification 2, 3, 4 times a year. But daily we should be taking things, binders, etc., cleansers that allow our organs to clear. Most people's internal organs are only working at 10 to 20%. You know, the colon, the liver, the kidneys, these are vital when it comes to digestion, but to detoxification. And if people's bodies are so overburdened because of people are thinking that they can just order whatever food from Uber Eats and haven't got a clue what's in their food and eat on the go and put whatever on their skin, and it doesn't matter because scientism, the world we live in today, tells you it doesn't matter. It's just energy in, energy out, and you're just a human body, and it's just complete nonsense. Once you start to understand what actually creates health and how to do it and how good you can feel when you're healthy, you're never going to go back to living like that. Why would you want to? Most people don't have a clue how good they can feel, how much energy they can have, how much vitality they can have, how they can go after their goals and dreams and desires every day. Because most people are so tired, they're so toxic, they're so deficient that they're just struggling to get by, and they're going to see the experts like I did for 5 years, the specialists, the consultants, the doctors, who just give them another pill, another drug, another potion. They spend 7 minutes with you. How are they meant to know what you need in 7 minutes? They just look through the list and, oh yeah, you got that, I'll give you that pill. Doesn't work. Might give you short-term release, mask symptoms until something else comes up. But the analogy I always like to use is, it's like the oil light coming on your car, and instead of you putting more oil in, which it needs, and getting to the root cause of the problem, you just smash the oil light out and keep driving and say, "Oh, problem's fixed." Then what happens? Something happens down the line, and the car, the engine can blow up or whatever happens, and it's going to cost you a hell of a lot more money to fix that problem than the initial issue. And so whatever you're going through, you can heal. You just have to come at it from a different perspective. You have to look at your nutrition, your detoxification, your internal health, manage your stress, the mental, the emotional, the environmental. And once you start to do these things, it just becomes who you are. And it may seem overwhelming at the start, but it's actually very, very simple once you start to put these things in place. It's why the Total Health Revival course, it sets it out in a step-by-step, easy to follow process for you. And everything you learn not only will get you better, but you'll be able to have those principles, those protocols for life. And once you start to live this way, it's just who you become. It's not, oh my God, it's like, oh my God, it's so overwhelming, which I understand at the start it can be. But all it is instead of buying that at the supermarket, you buy this. Instead of buying that soap, you swap it for that. Instead of buying that toothpaste, you swap it for that. Okay? Instead of having a routine of getting up and looking at your phone first thing and stressing out, you have routines in place. You get out in Mother Nature. And there's certain foods and supplements that you can buy. Not the toxic supplements that are on 99.9% of the shelves out there, but certain high quality specific supplements that are going to nourish your body at a cellular level and also clear toxins from the body, pull out heavy metals and parasites and plastics and other nasties that are in your body, protozoa, for example. So anyway, whatever you're going through, yes, you can heal. And no, your issue, although it's unique to you, isn't unique. And yes, we have helped people with all manner of issues. We've been help people that have been given days to live, been told by doctors to go home and sort their affairs out, and write their will. And they're now living life, going around. One of them in particular is going around giving inspirational talks about how she healed herself. She even had half her gut removed, part of her spleen removed, part of her liver removed, some of her kidney removed, and she's still out there functioning because the body is miraculous and it can heal given the right circumstances. So it's something I really want to push home, guys. Yes, you can heal from whatever you've got, but you have to come at it from a different perspective, and you have to concentrate on the fundamentals: the body, the mind, your emotions, your environment, and your identity around how you see yourself. It's so important. And even the subconscious, that's why we go into this in the program. The subconscious mind is so important, because unless you change that, you'll go back into old patterns. And it's not something you just do for 6 weeks or 8 weeks. No, it's a lifestyle. People say, Ryan, how long have I got to live like this? Well, as long as you want to feel well, as long as you want to not have your issues, as long as you want to feel good and vital and have energy, you know. So you can heal. You just have to come at things from a different perspective. And if you want help, then the Total Health Revival course is absolutely perfect for you. You can send me a DM on here or email me at ryan@reviveyourself.co and we can have a chat. But that course is brilliant, and I'm actually bringing out something to go along with that course as well for those that want to, as an upgrade, which is every 2 weeks we're going to be having a 30-minute Q&A to answer any questions. But the Total Health Revival course is going to give you everything you need to get your health back on track. And to start living life on your terms again, which is what you want. You want to be able to go out there, play with your kids, do the hobbies you enjoy, maybe play sport, wear the clothes you like, go and eat at the restaurants you enjoy eating at, spend time with your loved ones, all without living in pain and having to deal with this constant niggly issues or constant debilitating issues. My skin issues completely destroyed my confidence. I didn't even take my shirt off for 7 years in public because of how embarrassed I was. It stopped me from talking to the opposite sex. It was the only thing I could think about when I was talking to people face to face. My gut issues meant I couldn't eat anything that I actually wanted or enjoyed. And I was just in a really bad place. At one point I thought, what's the point of being here if this is what life's going to be like? It wasn't until I've met my first mentor who opened my eyes to a world I didn't know existed, and it changed my life, that I was able to turn my situation around. And it happened following his advice in weeks. In 5 years, I've not been able to heal me with the consultants, specialists, and doctors. I was able to do it in 6 weeks, and within 12 weeks, I was a completely different person. I never looked back. And we've done this with thousands of people, women, men, doesn't matter what it is. Once you get these fundamental principles in place, you can heal from whatever. It's where you've seen our testimonials from people with Raynaud's, Meniere's disease, colitis, Crohn's, cancer, arthritis, diabetes. It does not matter. Once you get the principles in place that create health, your body will heal. I'm going to keep on saying it again and again. It doesn't matter. Yeah, the doctors will come in, you've got some specialists, and medical industry likes to compartmentalize everything. You've got a shoulder specialist, and your gut specialist, endocrinologist, neurological specialist. They don't understand that the body is a whole. It all works in conjunction. It's like a spider web. If you pull one part of the spider web, the rest of the web moves. It's the same as the body. If you've got something wrong with your gut, it's affecting everything. If you've got something wrong, if you're inflamed, if you've got something wrong with migraines, for example, some people come to us with incurable migraines. Within weeks, they're gone. Why? Because we're taking out the things that cause migraines. And unfortunately, the medical industry, not all doctors out there, most of them have got good hearts, are trying to do the right thing. Unfortunately, they're just in a system where their paycheck depends on them teaching or prescribing what they're taught. And it's an industry, that they don't celebrate when their drug sales go down, just when they go up. So you have to understand, a healthy patient is lost revenue for them. I want you to be as healthy as possible. I want you to go out there and live life on your terms, enjoy your life, and the only time you can do that, is when you've got your health. And so, by actually concentrating on the things that create health, that's how you're actually going to be able to live life and enjoy it with yourself, your friends, your family, and put energy into whatever it is you want to do. So, I'm going to end it there. If you need my help, send me a DM here, or you can send me an email at ryan@reviveyourself.co. We can discuss that. And otherwise, I'll see you soon. Lots of love. Take care. And speak to you soon. Bye bye.